Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Have you ever loved someone so hard that you started defending their red flags for them? Like, you saw the warning signs, but you edited the story in your head to make them harmless. Yeah, that was me. Because when you've invested 10 years into a person, you don't want to believe they could be the villain in your story. You want them to be the plot twist that saves you. You want the late nights to mean hard work. You want the secretive phone habits to mean surprise planning. You want the distance to mean stress. You don't want it to mean betrayal. So in early February, when Mark suddenly turned into Mr. Romantic on steroids, I ate it up. If you scrolled our socials, you'd think we were a commercial for marriage. He was commenting hearties on my selfies, dropping flowers off at my job just because, calling me in the middle of the day to say, I don't say this enough, but I appreciate you. And I fell for it. He kept teasing this huge Valentine surprise. Not just dinner, not just a gift, a whole experience. Clear your calendar from the 13th to the 16th, he told me. Pack warm clothes and bring something nice. The way he said it made it feel cinematic, like I was about to walk into a movie trailer of my own life. My best friend Lisa said I won the husband lottery. He's planning a whole weekend. Girl, most men can't even plan a text back, but behind the scenes, the vibe shifted. Not loud enough to scream, just quiet enough to whisper. He stopped leaving his phone around. He said toss it on the coffee table while he showered. Now, it came into the bathroom with him. He bought one of those privacy screen protectors so you couldn't see anything unless you were staring dead on. Work security, he said, company policy. And, like a clown with a PhD in denial, I nodded, because when you don't want to lose someone, you'll accept the dumbest explanations just to keep the fantasy alive. Then came February 10th. We're on the couch, halfway through a movie neither of us is watching. His phone buzzes on his chest. I glance down, not even thinking. A number, no name saved. The preview flashes for half a second. Can't wait for the cabin. It's gonna be magical, Mark moved, like I'd yanked a weapon, snatched the phone so fast he almost hit me in the face. That's just the rental agency, he said, laughing too quickly, confirming the surprise. Don't peek. Rental agencies don't flirt. Rental agencies don't use emojis. Rental agencies don't text at 10:30 at night. I smiled. Because sometimes it feels safer to lie to yourself than to face what the truth might cost you. That night, he stayed up working. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying everything, every late night, every work trip, every sudden burst of affection. And here's the scary part. My gut already knew. I just wasn't ready to hear it yet. Because the next morning, he forgot one small thing on the kitchen counter. And that one mistake cracked his entire double life wide open. You never pick something up by accident, and your entire reality collapses in your hands. That's what happened when I grabbed Mark's iPad. He never forgot that thing. Ever. It was basically glued to him. Bathroom, bed, even the kitchen. That morning, it was just sitting there on the counter like it was waiting for me. I told myself I was just moving it. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't suspicious. I was still pretending to be the woman who believed her husband loved her. Then the screen lit up. Same number. Different messages. Did you get the size right this time? I'm not resizing another ring. Another ring. Not the ring. Another. My chest went hollow. Like someone scooped the air out of my lungs and didn't put it back. I unlocked the iPad. We shared passwords. Total transparency. Remember that cute little rule couples brag about right before everything explodes. I opened the messages and I didn't find cheating. I found a second life. Her name was Chloe. She was 24. I worked in the building next to his. They'd been seeing each other for 6 months. 6 months. That's half a year of lying to my face. Half a year of late meetings. Half a year of him crawling into bed next to me after crawling out of someone else's. Messages weren't even subtle. Inside jokes I didn't get. Pet names he never used with me. Voice notes where he laughed in a way I hadn't heard in years. And then I saw the plan. The real Valentine's plan. The cabin from the texts. That wasn't for me. He was taking her to a luxury cabin from the 13th through the morning of the 14th. The work trip he told me about, that was their little honeymoon preview. Then this part is wild. He planned to drop her off, drive back, pick me up, and take me to a mid-tier hotel downtown like I was the budget option in his double life. I wasn't the wife. I was the backup plan. And the ring. Not engagement. Promise ring. Diamond. Sapphire accents. My birthstone is ruby. Hers, according to a very public Instagram bio that I stalked for 3 hours straight, was blue. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't throw the iPad. My body went cold. The man who held me when my mom died. The man who promised forever. I was comparing jewelry sizes with another woman while I was Googling recipes for his favorite anniversary cake. I screenshot everything, sent it to my phone, deleted the message preview so he wouldn't get suspicious, placed the iPad back exactly where he left it. Then I sat on the kitchen floor and laughed. Not because it was funny, because my brain short-circuited trying to process how stupid he thought I was. Most people would confront him right there. Most people would blow up his phone, drive to his job, flip tables, go viral on TikTok. But that's when something dark and calm settled in me. He wanted a surprise, so I decided I'd give him one he'd remember every time Valentine's Day came around for the rest of his life. But I wasn't about to just expose him. I was about to catch him in the act, and the way I tracked him down next. If you're watching this story, tighten your blanket and hit the like button so YouTube understands you want the next chapter unlocked. And tell me in the comments, which beautiful country are you watching from? And what's the exact time there right now? You ever notice how calm you get right before you do something you can't take back? That's where I was. Not crying, not yelling, just Sajiko. For the next 48 hours, I played the role of the loving, clueless wife like I deserved an Oscar. I cooked his favorite meals, laughed at his dumb jokes, let him kiss me goodbye while my brain memorized the shape of his lies. When he told me about the work trip, I nodded like it didn't mean anything. Satellite offices are slammed, he said. Probably gonna crash there, so I'm fresh for our dinner tomorrow. I smiled. Of course, babe. Do your thing. Inside, I was already 10 steps ahead. The night before he left, I slipped an AirTag into the spare tire compartment of his trunk. Not in the glove box. Not under the seat, deep, where he'd never hear it chirp. Where his little double life couldn't hide. February 13th came. He kissed my forehead. Grabbed his overnight bag. The one with his lucky boxers he only wore for special nights. That detail hurt more than I expected. I waited an hour. Then I opened the tracker. The dot didn't move toward any satellite office. It didn't even pretend. It went straight north, 2 hours, to Whispering Pines Lodge, exactly where Chloe said it would be. I didn't follow him there like some dramatic movie scene. I didn't pull up screaming. I didn't slash the tires or kihiska. I went shopping. Florist first, bakery second, then a print shop. I printed every screenshot, every she's clueless, every I'll be back to you tomorrow night, every ring-size debate, blew them up on thick, glossy paper. Then I went to the jewelry store. I played a confused wife, soft voice, watery eyes. Ha! My husband Mark bought something here. I think he messed up the insurance paperwork. Can you pull up the transaction? The clerk smiled like she was helping a rom-com character. Oh, yes. The promise rings with sapphire accents. Beautiful choice. Promise ring for another woman with my joint savings. I thanked her. I walked out, and something inside me snapped clean in half. That night, I stayed in a cheap motel 6 miles from the cabin where my husband was playing husband to someone else. I didn't sleep. I folded the screenshots into origami hearts, cute, petty, poetic. In the center of a velvet heart-shaped box, I placed a USB drive. Every backup, every photo, every lie. Not just the stuff I found, the stuff he thought he'd erased. I tied the ribbons slowly, carefully, like I was wrapping a bomb. And here's the mid-story twist nobody expects. Chloe wasn't single. She was engaged. And while Mark was busy pretending to be a loyal husband to women, I found her fiancé on Facebook in under 3 minutes. I didn't message him yet. I wanted the timing to be perfect, because revenge isn't loud, it's precise. He thought Valentine's Day was going to be about romance, about charm, about playing 2 women without getting caught. But he had no idea that I was about to unwrap his entire life in public. There's a special kind of silence that happens right before a life blows up, the kind where the air feels thick, where every sound feels too loud, where you already know This is the last normal moment you're ever going to have. It was Valentine's Day at 6:59 p.m. He texted me that morning. Heading back soon. Can't wait for tonight, I replied. The suspense is killing me. He came home glowing. Not tired, not stressed. Glowing. New cologne, new energy. Fresh from another woman's bed and dumb enough to think I wouldn't notice. He handed me grocery store roses, the $12.99 emergency bouquet from the gas station near our house, after spending thousands on Chloe. We went to the restaurant, candlelight, soft music, fake romance. He ordered champagne. His leg bounced under the table. Not nerves, excitement. He thought he'd gotten away with it. Then he pulled out his gift. Earrings, generic, last-minute energy. Open yours first, I said. I placed the velvet heart-shaped box between us. His eyes lit up. He thought it was a watch, something expensive, something that matched his lie. Babe, you didn't have to. I know, I smiled. But this represents trust. He opened it. The smile died instantly. Folded paper, hearts, screenshots, texts, photos. He unfolded one. She's clueless. I'll be back to you tomorrow night. The color drained from his face like someone pulled a plug. He tried to close the box. I stopped him with one finger. Keep going. His hands shook. People at nearby tables were watching now. I also sent a digital copy to your mom, I added. And your brother. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. Then I dropped the final. Twisto, and Chloe's fiance's eyes went wide. She's engaged, he whispered. Who's? I corrected. Not anymore. He stood up too fast. The chair slammed back. You're ruining my life. No, I said calmly, taking a sip of champagne. You built this life. I just turned the lights on. I stood. I walked out. Ubered home. His bags were already on the porch. Locks changed. Bank accounts frozen. That night, Chloe's fiancé showed up at the cabin. Mark didn't come home alone. 2 relationships ended in one night. 2 lies collapsed at once. And me. I slept like a baby for the first time in 6 months. Here's the part nobody tells you about revenge. It doesn't feel loud. It feels clean, quiet, final. So if your gut is whispering to you right now, if the phone gutting feels familiar, if the work trips don't sit right, listen. Because love doesn't need secrecy to survive. Only lies do. Asterisk. There's a point where revenge stops being about anger and starts being about control. That's where I was the morning of Valentine's Day. I woke up before my alarm, didn't check my phone, didn't cry, didn't pace. I moved slow on purpose. Because when someone has no idea they're about to lose everything, every second feels like stolen time. Mark texted. Morning, beautiful. Long drive back today. I stared at the message until my screen dimmed. Long drive back from another woman's bed. Crazy how easily liars type love. I showered, put on makeup I knew he liked. The kind he once said made me look dangerous in a good way. Then I did something petty. I posted a throwback photo of us on my story. 10 years ago. Smiling, happy. The caption, anniversaries hit different when you've built something. His phone lit up 5 minutes later. Wow, that pic, love you. I imagined Chloe waking up next to him while he texted me that image alone could have ended me. But instead, it fueled me. I checked the AirTag still at the lodge, so I sent one last message to Chloe's fiancé. Short, clean receipts, attached, no explanation. Just proof. Then I put my phone face down. Do you ever feel that moment when something irreversible is in motion? Like pushing the first domino and realizing you can't grab it back? No, that's when my hands started shaking. Not fear, anticipation. Because I knew by the time Mark walked into that restaurant smiling like the hero of his own story, someone else would already be driving to the cabin, and he'd have no idea. So when he finally slid into that candlelit booth, grinning like he'd won, I let him enjoy the last few minutes of his fake life. Because the box on the table wasn't just a gift, it was the end of his double life. If this story hit a nerve, drop a comment. If you've ever ignored your instincts and regretted it, I want to hear from you. And if you want more real stories where the truth comes out and karma collects interest, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, because the next one, it's even messier.